Well, hello. I'm gonna give you a quick review on my little donkey. It's a 690 SMCR 2014 model. It served me well, had 14,000, close to 14,000 miles on the clock. The only problems I had so far, it is when I did the 10,000 miles valve check, I had one of the rockers quite badly worn out, so Kev from Travelport Motorcycles in Gosport kindly changed both of them. I think that's the only issue I have with the bike. Other than that, it ran really smoothly over this period of 1 year. I take the bike quite often off-roading, so she sees a bit of road and off-road action. I changed some of the bolts on the bike, like those ones, the triple clamps around the engine, water pump, and the rear on the front disc with a Pro bolt. What else I changed? I changed the clutch. I went from standard to the Recluse clutch, which I find it absolutely stunning. Some anodized levers, I broke the original ones after, I think, second crash, both of them. You notice probably I'm missing the hand guards. Those ones, they snapped on my last off-road ride. You can see it in the video. What else? Acro can and the Acro heat shields. Dunlop Mutant tires, which they're absolutely brilliant for this kind of weather. I can edge to edge the bike in this weather. Yeah, hard to believe, but it's true. Fluffy number plate, which I do recommend it. Just joking. Some LED indicators, because to be honest, the originals, they look like a second pair of handlebars on the rear. The rear ones, they are really good. The front ones, they look apart. I think they pretty much match the color on the anodizing on the bike, but they are quite shit. Engine case guards on both sides, just to keep the engine case getting sanded down from dirty boots when off-roading, and when I hit something, I'd rather have this guard smashed to bits than my engine case. Master cylinder guard, which I highly recommend it. It's about an inch sticking out from the framework, which is really prone to have it smashed in a rock. The rims, they're really nice, but I have to admit they are collecting the shit pretty fast, and the anodizing in it starts to fade. So after, probably it took me 1 year to realize that I need some sort of coating on them just to keep the shit away. So what I do, I wax them every single time I wash the bike, and it keeps all the shit from the rim. Really works. Just a quick jet wash over and it comes off without any chemicals. Highly recommend it. Do your homework if you have a bike like this, or if you're considering, do your frame protection. It's a really nice frame, and it's quite a shame to see it scorched by marks, which I did. You can see it here. I have a clean film, protection film, quite thick, because some of the plastic in some places they do touch the frame and they're quite flexible, and if you keep hitting it with your knee or just from the wind, because this one flexes a lot, it will touch the frame and in time you will have a big scar on the frame. Do your homework and protect the frame anywhere where you can. It's nearly invisible, to be honest, that film, and it's worth it. Other than that, like I said, the bike has close to 14,000 on the clock. The engine, that's the heart of it. It's absolutely awesome. Last time when I took it to Pope's down in Gosport, they hooked it to the laptop and they said 86% of the time she sits on the back wheel. And I asked them how can they tell that, and they told me the computer tells the ECU tells the computer that the bike spins the rear wheel faster than it spins the front one. So that's the way they can tell the bike is wheeling more than goes on two wheels. Which, well, sorry guys, but I think she's meant to do that. She's built for this. It's an absolute wheelie machine. If you don't believe me, try one. Won't be disappointed. I'm coming from sports bikes and I won't go back on sports bike because I consider that I can stay below the speed limit or close to it, and I have more fun on this one that you will have on the sport bike. Why? Because the sport bike you have to push it really hard and really fast to have that amount of fun. But with this one I can throw it in corners and scrape the foot pegs without even breaking the law. Yippee! Yeah, tires. You have to be careful what sort of tires you use on these ones. I see many people using tires which they are meant for big bikes, which I don't recommend. She's a light bike, she's around 140 kilos, and she will not be able to build up the heat in a tire which is meant for heavier sport bikes, and you will be disappointed. Or you have to ride the bike really hard to keep that heat in the tires. Dunlop Mutants, I find them really good for Hampshire or UK weather. As I said, I can lean the bike from edge to edge in wet without having second thoughts. On dry, they're absolutely brilliant. It's not as grippy as the Conti Attack SMs, but for me they do the job. They last me 4,000 miles. They survived the Romanian trip in the Carpathian Alps with full panniers. I have the panniers for these ones from Rally Raid. I can review them if you want. Thing is, it's worth considering an ABS cancelling dongle for the rear wheel. You can cancel the front, which is really good if you go off-roading or even on the tracks, but you cannot, from factory, you cannot cancel the rear. Probably you already know that, so it's worth considering a dongle just to cancel the ABS on the rear if you go off-roading or if you're planning to do some slides or funky stuff with the rear wheel. The other mod I did, it was I get rid of the snorkelly A-box cover and I have the open filter one. It was a bit noisy, probably it's just because I get used to it. It's not noisy anymore for me, so won't matter. LED lights, which they are absolutely strong, really handy. Luggaging up your bike, your 690. Other than that, there's not much to say. The recluse clutch, it's really handy. Many people say that it's a CC clutch. Well, not for me. It's working beautifully in mud, off-road, even on the road. Upshift, downshift, they're really smooth. Yeah, this is still my weapon of choice. Still dirty. Ooh. The mighty 350 XCF. Well, thank you for watching, guys. Cheerio!